Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the boy, it's Classic. I have to redo this. You know why? Because my mic was muted the first time. So, we're gonna just do a quick glance over of Week 15. We had Chargers being the Raiders 60. We had the Raiders being the Chargers 63-21. Great game. Kind of looked like the goat. If I took that game for the Chargers to think, oh, maybe we should fire our head coach. That's kind of crazy to me. How it took being beat by the Raiders so badly that like, maybe it's the coach's fault. Then you had Bengals and Vikings. Aiden O'Connell, not Aiden O'Connell. What's his name? Nick Mullins had 2 TDs, 2 INTs, and Jake Bryan had 2 TDs and 1 INT. I would not be surprised if after this year he gets a starting contract somewhere. He has looked really impressive these past couple of weeks. Ever since Joe Burrow went out, and it honestly always reminds me of that one RDC World skit where it's like the backup when the starter gets injured, and then the backup is doing really good, and then Mark is on the sideline like, yeah, good pass, and then Leland's like, yeah, he could be our starter, he could be our future starter. He's like, and then Marcus is like, yeah, okay, like, yeah, that's a good pass for a backup, yeah. I feel like, and obviously I don't know. I don't know what Joe Burrow's thinking, but I feel like in the back of his mind, he's like, this man better not steal my job. Like he better not steal my job. Okay, so we had the Colts and Steelers. Um, Mr. Trubisky had 2 INTs. Gardner Minshew had 3 TDs. No. Mr. Trubisky got 2 INTs. I think I said INTs. I don't know. I don't know what I've been saying anymore. But they had Gardner, for a Steelers defense that's supposed to be really good, they had Gardner Minshew looking like a good. 3 TDs. Dang, bro. I know Gardner Minshew's good, but he's just not that good. All right, no. So I don't know. Yeah, Broncos and Lions, and this is the second time this year that the Broncos have gotten blown out by 30 or more points. The second time I could remember, they've gotten blown out by 30 or more points, and it's insane to me. Like, and it's not like Russell Wilson had a bad game, anyways. He had a pretty good game. He had he had 223 yards in the TD. It's just that Jared Goff had 5 TDs. 5 TDs. And Jameer Gibbs had a TD on the ground as well. So yeah, Saints beat up on the Giants. Garrett Carr had hold on. Derek Carr had 3 TDs. Jimmy Graham caught a TD. Alvin Kamara had 66 yards on the ground and 44 yards through the air. And yeah. Now we head to the Browns and Bears. Browns, Joe Flacco, 374 yards, 2 TDs, and 3 INTs. And, I've talked about in the past, I've talked about this in the past, I will reiterate it. You will hardly win when your quarterback throws 3 INTs. Except for when the team that you're playing is the Bears. Because Joe Flacco threw 3 INTs, and the Bears still didn't win. And I think this went into over. No, I don't think it went into overtime. I'm pretty sure it didn't go into overtime. Yeah, because the Browns had scored 13 unanswered in the fourth quarter. So yeah, but Justin Fields had 166 yards, 1 TD, and 2 INTs. DJ Moore had 4 receptions for 52 yards. Why is DJ Moore not getting the ball more? That's all I gotta say. Why is he not getting the ball more? Like, why? Like, come on, man. Like, you gotta give DJ Moore the ball. He's your number 1 wide receiver for a reason. Yeah, I think the Bears have been looking pretty good this year. Just get DJ Moore the ball more. That's all I want to see. All right, so moving on. We got the Panthers and Falcons. The Panthers actually won that. The Panthers. The Falcons. The Falcons. The Falcons. I'm just starting. Like, no. Falcons. You're my grandfather's favorite team. You ain't gonna embarrass him like that. Y'all gonna embarrass yourselves like that? Like, have some respect for yourself. How you gonna let that happen? Like, how you letting that happen to you? Like, I'm gonna be so honest with you. How you letting that happen? Like, Desmond Ritter has 152 yards in the TD and an INT. How do you let... That's the thing, though. The Panthers didn't score. Not that they didn't score, but they didn't score a touchdown. They scored three field goals, and they won. They scored 3 field goals, and they won. Do you know how bad you have to be to allow a team to score three? To score three field goals and still win the game. Like, how bad do you gotta be, yo?
I count this money, then I count my blessings. If I ever took an L, then it stood for lesson. I'm the one, ain't no second guessing. Tried to dim my light,
like,
but my soul fluorescent. Wait,
how does that even make sense?
I even prayed to God.
And actually, Bryce Young had a pretty good game too. That's the thing. Bryce Young had a pretty good game. He had 167 yards. No, obviously no TDs, but no interceptions too. So I consider that a win. If you can go a whole game without throwing an interception, you know, I consider that a W, because like that shows ball security. You know what I mean? Like, if you can show ball security, then that's good. You know what I mean? That's how you gonna stay in the league, probably. Oh my God, he's over there. But no, that's how you stay in the league, though, by showing ball security. You gotta be able to show the ball security, and that's what he did this game. Because, you know, in past games he throws INTs, but this one, Renner, he throws another interception. He had 152 yards in the TD though to go along with it. But the fact that the Panthers won is disheartening. If I gotta say, to all Falcons fans, you should probably sick of yourself at this point. Like, how do you let this happen? Like, how does this happen to y'all? How you gonna let this happen, bro? Like, it's embarrassing at this point. Like, that's just gotta be embarrassing. Moving on, we have the Buccaneers and Packers. Baker Mayfield, 381 yards and 4 TDs. This man done had 4 TDs. I think we're seeing Oklahoma Baker Mayfield back again, honestly. Cause this man went off, yo. This man went crazy. 381 yards, 4 TDs. Like, what? Like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't believe he even scored that many, because, like, dang. But, you know, I think we might be starting to see his prime. I think he might be peaking, yo. I honestly think this man might be peaking. And honestly, if he, I think he's peaking. Not like in a bad way though. It's a pretty good way to peak, honestly. But I think bro is peaking because, like, I've never actually seen him play this good. I think this might be a year where he has to peak. You know what I mean? Because, like, I don't think I've ever seen him play this good before. Like, Like I actually never watched him in college, so I wouldn't know if he's how good he was in college because like I don't watch college sometimes. You know, maybe that's something I should do more. But no, Baker Mayfield had 381 yards for TDs. Chris Godwin had 10 for 155, so he had a pretty good game as well. Yeah, and then Jordan Love, on the other hand, had 284 yards and 2 TDs, so he also had a really good game. And he's actually really good. He's been playing really good. He's been playing better than Jalen Hurts. I will say that. He almost has the same stats as Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a top 10 QB. Yeah, but you can arguably say that there is no arguably. Jordan Love has worse weapons and has played better than Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts overrated, maybe? Yes, I will say that. Jalen Hurts is a really good quarterback. Let me say that. Jalen Hurts is a really good quarterback. But when someone like Jordan Love, who was not supposed to be on your level, has kind of the same stats as you, let that be known. Let that be known that maybe you're not as good as you think you are, because you're letting a first-year starter have almost the same amount of stats as you, dude. You're supposed to have all these great weapons. You got DeAndre Swift. You got Devontae Smith. You got A.J. Brown. You got John Goddard. You got like Jordan Love, someone with a bunch of first-year and second-year guys, had the same amount of stats as you. Is kind of crazy. But anyways, Jets, Dolphins blew out the Jets. I feel like that's all I really gotta say, is because it's the Dolphins. You know, what do we expect? You know, it's the Jets. We were not actually expect them to win the game. You know, but hey. But Tua Tagovailoa had 224 yards and a TD, and Trevor Siemian had 110 yards. Well, 110 yards and 2 INTs. Trevor Siemian. Hold on, I gotta take a minute. For that, because I have not heard the name Trevor Siemian in what seems like years, man. Like, dang, when was the last time I actually heard bro's name? Like, it's honestly insane how long it's been since I've heard his name. Like, jeez. Also, Breece Hall has 6 carries for 12 yards. What's they doing with Breece Hall? What are they doing with Breece, man? Because, like, bro is not, I feel like he's not being used at all. Talking about Lil 224 yards in the TD. Raheem Mostert had 2 TDs. He had 15 for 42 and 2 TDs. And then Jalen Waddle had 8 for 142 and 1 TD. So, overall, good game by them. Really, yeah. So, the Jets blew out the Dolphins. The Dolphins blew out the Jets. Not the other way around. I'm dumb. Yeah. Jeez. Patriots. Kadarius Toney's limited catch causes another INT. That's the headline for today. Kadarius Toney causes another INT for Patrick Mahomes. Makes dude look bad. Hey, Alpha, shut up. It's like, at this point, how many chances is he gonna get until he's actually like released from the team? Cause like, you gotta be released from the team at this point, man. If you make that many bad catches, if you have that many drops, when are you gonna get released from the team, bro? Broski. Hey, broski. You have been released from the team. Other than that, Patrick Mahomes didn't have another INT, but he did have 2 TDs, though, in a winning effort against the Patriots. We're not surprised, though. And then Bailey Zappi, on the other hand, had 180 yards and 1 TD, and one INT. That was not his wide receiver's fault. I will say that. Hunter Henry had 7 for 66 in the TD, and Rasheed Rice had 9 for 91 in the 1 TD. Rasheed Rice has looked like a #1 wide receiver, and I'm happy to say that because he's looked really impressive. I will say that he has looked like a really impressive player up to this point. So I'm glad that he's doing good, honestly. So and plus they are in need of a #1 wide receiver at this point, bro. Because like, dang, they are over here. They're tweaking for a #1 wide receiver. They are tweaking over here for a #1 wide receiver, and it's insane how how needy they are. And I think Rasheed Rice is like, you know what? I'm gonna step up. Let me step up real quick for him. Let me step up. And Rasheed Rice has been that dude for them, that #1 wide receiver that the Chiefs had so desperately needed for the longest time. So yeah, moving on. I don't really want to go about that game anymore. We have the Texans and the Titans. And the Texans, not surprisingly, take the dub in this game. Case Keenum though was the QB. The Titans got beat by Case Keenum. I'm gonna just be quiet for a second because like I need to actually like comprehend the fact that Case Keenum is still on an NFL roster in 2024. 2023, 2024, same thing. The fact that he's still on the roster is insane. But Will Levis has 199 yards and an INT. Titans lose to the Texans after just being the Dolphins. Like, how does that happen? Moving on, we got the 49ers and Cardinals. The 49ers beat up on the Cardinals. I'm pretty sure like Chris McCaffrey had like 3 INTs, had like 3 TDs this game, or something like that. Something crazy like that. He had 115 yards and a TD on the ground, and then another 2 TDs over the air. Brock Purdy overall had 4 INTs, not 4 INTs, but 4 TDs. Kyler Murray had 1 TD and 2 INTs. So he looked okay, to say the least. He looked alright. He could have looked better. Trace McBride or Trey, I don't know. Tight end. He had 2 receptions, under 2 yards. He's looked like he's looked like easily the #1 wide receiver. And he's a tight end. And I mean that's not surprising to say because we've seen a lot of number one wide receivers. I'll put that in, and I'm putting that in quotation marks because like these #1 wide receivers aren't really wide receivers because they're tight ends, you know. But #1 tight ends, we've seen a lot of #1 tight ends become #1 tight ends. We've seen a lot of #1 receivers be tight ends. Let me say that because that actually sounds a lot better. But yeah, we've seen a lot of #1 receivers become tight ends because like they just create such a mismatch on the defense that it's like, all right, cool. You're bigger than them, you're stronger than them. You know, you're just all around better than them at this point. So yeah, Cameron Bride has been putting up pretty good numbers, I will say. Then it's the Commanders and Rams. 258 yards, 2 TDs for Matthew Stafford. Then we had Cooper Kupp with 8 catches and 11 yards in the TD. And Kyren Williams has been looking like an absolute beast. He had 27 carries, 152 yards, and a TD in this game. So yeah, we had that going on. And then for the Commanders, We had Jacoby Brissett, right? Jacoby had went not 8 for 10. Okay, I think that's the least amount of passes I've seen someone complete. I mean, actually, like throw in a game before. Like that wasn't like a backup or something. They didn't come in. It's like in the game. But yeah, 124 yards and 2 TDs. And Jay McLaurin had 6 for 141 and a TD. So Jay McLaurin still find a way to produce, even though he's being held back by running back, by quarterbacks, by the quarterback play of this team, and it's insane. We got Bills, and we got Bills and Cowboys. And this is a must-win game for the Cowboys. I will say that we needed to win at least 4 of these games, and we've already lost one. You can't risk another loss. So yeah, James Cook absolutely, like his name suggests, he cooked on us. I will say that. We were not good. I will happily admit that we were not good. Offense, lackluster. Defense, lackluster. Our defense who is pretty good when it comes to the run, was not good against the run at all. We were actually getting dominated on in every aspect. And it's like, this is a team that managed to stop Saquon Barkley. And then we let James Cook run all over us. And I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. Like some days we'll just play good, and other games we'll play bad, and we just have no reason to be playing bad against a team this caliber. At this point, the record doesn't matter. Like, the record did not matter because the Bills is the Bills, you know? Like, it's the Bills. And we know how good the Bills are. So for us to absolutely lay an egg like this is embarrassing. So we just got to come back better than ever against the Dolphins. And this is going to be another away game, honestly, because like we struggled on the road. We're under 500 on the road, so hopefully we can go above. We can go 500 because we need it. Moving on, we got the Ravens, Jaguars. Ravens defense just absolutely dominated this game. But Trevor Lawrence only had 1 CD, and he didn't have a bad game, so to speak. It's just that the Ravens defense was just getting them off the field more often than not. So it's like you're not gonna see interceptions, but like you're gonna see like sacks and stuff like that. You're gonna see like incompletions, tip passes, that lead to incompletions. So you're not gonna see a lot of like stats that are gonna show up on the stats. You're not gonna see a lot of plays that are gonna show up on the stat sheet, but like just like good overall plays. That's what I'm talking about. And so Jamal Agnew had 2 receptions for 70 yards and a TD, and Isaiah Likely had 5 receptions for 70 yards and a TD. Meanwhile, Lamar Jackson 171, 1 TD and 1 INT. But like I said, the real story, main factor of the story is the defense for the Ravens, because this is a really high-powered Jags offense, and for them to be held to just 7 points is insane, to say the least. Because like we know how much this team can score. So this was a really defensive game, and the better defensive team came out with the win. I'm gonna say that the better defensive team came out with the win. The Ravens are just like they're not just a better defensive team; they're a better overall team. Let me say that. And the better overall team won this game. Their better over team won this game, and I'm not. It's not crazy to say that because if they play it again, I wouldn't be surprised if the Jaguars lost again because they're not better than the Ravens. But that's enough for that. Now now we have the Seahawks and the Eagles. I've been waiting to talk about this game I've been waiting to talk about this game. Eagles are frauds. Eagles are frauds, man. I'm telling you, man. Eagles are frauds, yo. Eagles are frauds. I'm trying to tell you, the Eagles are frauds. They're not that good. They're not that good. Like, how many times do I gotta tell you this? Like, the Eagles are frauds. They got dotted on by freaking, what's his name? What's the kid's name? Drew Lock. When Drew Lock absolutely just starts diming on your team, that's when you know you're not that good. You're not as good as you say you are. Cause like, how you gonna let that happen? How does that happen? I don't know. But the fact that it did happen is embarrassing, to say the least. Like, what is going on with the Eagles? I don't know. Like the Eagles, it just not looked as good as they can be, and I know how good the Eagles can be. Like, trust me, I know how good they can be, and it's just not looking that good anymore. So I'm like outside of like this is me being separate from the Cowboys, being me separate from a Cowboys guy. It's kind of embarrassing seeing how good the Eagles can be, and to see them not be that good. It's kind of weird, you know, because like this was a very winnable game, and they just let up off the pedal, like just even like the slightest bit. It's like that really messed them up, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, why y'all doing that? You know what I mean? Like, why are y'all letting up on a team that has DK Metcalf on their squad? Like, what are you doing? Like, what goes through your mind is like, you know what? That's a good idea. We should let up on a team that has this person and all these people on their team. Like, why? This not a drill. Bucket of ice on me, how should I chill? Scope in your mouth, watch how I know how I'm rocking, you know how I'm built. Still in the bitches, we out in the field. Like, what goes through your mind is like, that's a good idea. Let's do it. Like, I don't know. I don't know what makes you want to do that. But, you know, like, I guess whatever floats your boat, man. Like, I can't even be like, I'm just confused. It's not like the Seahawks are a bad team. The Seahawks are a good team. You know, Drew Lock had an amazing game. I'm just more surprised with how the Eagles are playing. Like, that's what I really want to talk about before I talk about. This is what I really want to talk about before I go. Eagles, step your game up. Cause like, how do you expect to be this juggernaut if you can't even beat the Seahawks? And week after week after week, your defense is getting exposed to be not that good of a defense, and it's kind of embarrassing. So if the Eagles don't step up in the next couple of weeks, I don't see them making the playoffs. So until next time, this is the Classic. Sign out. Peace.